Hi everyone, it's Mary. Welcome back to the channel. I am doing a pretty quick, pretty simple wine card here for a friend of mine, and I wanted to share the process with you. So let's get started. I'm going to be using paper Smooches, both die set and stamp set. So the sentiment set is from them. Lots of really cute sentiments in that set. So I definitely encourage you to check that out. And I am going to be using the wine or adult beverage type dies. So I'm starting off using some Spectrum. Nope, it's not Spectrum. This is Wink Castella Gold. And I'm going to put that all over my paper, but then I'm going to take Spectrum Noir Sparkle Pen and make that a little bit more spread out. I'm going to take this beautiful Merlot color. I'm sure that's not what it's called. Let me pull this out. This is from Arteza. This is called Grape Purple. Close enough. Okay, so I'm going to spread that out and get sort of like a pretty ombre blended look. Dry it up, and then I'm going to actually cut my, quote, wine from this. So I'm just going to be needing that top portion of the wine glass. Now, it didn't show it, but I cut the full wine glass out of some acetate, and that's because I wanted it to look like glass. At first, I used a white piece of paper and tried to shade it to be like glass, but my skills are just not there, so I thought, what looks more like glass than clear acetate? So there we have it. Now I'm going to cut down these wine glasses here because I just want the wine portion to be put into my glass. So I just line this up. It's a little tricky to do because it's not, flat on one end, but you just hold it steady with that guide there on that bar. And now I have my wine, and that is going to go on top of my acetate. So I'm just going to place that down with some really strong score tape. I do that because it's acetate, it's slippery, so liquid glue was not my first choice, but you can use it if you let it dry. This is just one of those instant gratification. It's quick, it's on, we're good, we're moving on. So I put that down for both of my wine glasses. Okay, so I'm going to take to my Misty now, and I'm using, this is, I believe, Nina 80-pound cardstock. And I thought if I stamped this fast enough, I could use some clear embossing and heat emboss that. It didn't really work, kind of bubbled up on me, didn't look as smooth. I didn't really like it that much. I am using Stampin' Up! Ink there. Rich Razzleberry is the color, and that matches my wine perfectly. But I had to go back and redo it with some Versamark ink, which it was in the Misties, so it just lined up perfectly right over it. So that's another way to get any embossing color that you ever wanted, was to just use your Misty so you can have perfect placement. So now I am going to heat set this, and it's going to be exactly what I'm looking for. It's that beautiful sheen, the bubbled up look of that sentiment. And of course, that sentiment is awesome. Let's wine together. Okay, so I'm going to take my heart, place it down with some Nouveau glue, and then I'm going to put my wine glasses down with some strong score tape again. And it's wonderful because I just placed this score tape right behind that wine, and you can't even see, even though they're acetate sheets. So that's going to help cover that up. And I don't put any other glue anywhere else on the wine glasses. I figure that's pretty sturdy enough. So I'm working with my placement here, just trying to get them, kind of centered. If I would have thought about it and would have had more skills, I would have made the wine tip towards each other so you can kind of bend the wine. That's something you can do in the future. But of course, gravity doesn't work on my card, so the wine stays put. Okay, I'm going to use some glitter cardstock that I have. This glitter cardstock is awesome. It's from Concord and Ninth, and I absolutely love it. You don't get glitter all over your fingers. It just cuts really well. It's great. It'll be linked below if you're interested in that. All right, so I'm going to score my 110-pound cardstock and take my Teflon bone folder, make that nice and smashed down, and then I'm going to use foam tape for the back of my card. So that's going to make it pop up, a little dimension here and there. And then I'm going to take some Nouveau drops in the gold, and I'm going to just add that as a final touch embellishment on my card. I really love the way that these come out. I think everything kind of complements each other. I never would have put or thought to put wine color or maroon with gold, and I love the elegance of that color combination. So that will do it for the card. Thanks so much for stopping by, for crafting with me, for hanging out, all your comments, all the support. I love it. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the conversation happening below. And I also, if you don't, you should read other people's comments, because a lot of people put some good tips in that comment section. So don't underestimate that. Thanks so much for everything. I'll list everything below, and hit subscribe. We'll see you in the next video. And until that next video, here's a video or two to hold you over. Bye-bye.